back then for about a year. It wasn't easy, but I needed a focus. I'm a hairdresser by trade, and I work part-time in the salon. But I just felt I needed something new, something completely different. And I came across that on Facebook. That was fine. I messaged my upline, Mary Penrose. And I remember thinking at the time, you know, this sounds way too amazing to be true. But I just said, you know what, it's €60. I'm going to give it a go. And at the time, I was so excited and so excited. That was in January 2016. The previous year before that, we had decided that we would try for a baby. And I thought it would happen very, very quickly. And at that time, we were trying about 11 months. And I thought I would be very healthy. I'm quite active. I eat well. So I got my product I started it maybe in early February. And my partner at the time was thinking, no, it's such a scam, pyramid scheme, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. So I started taking the product, and within like maybe less than 2 weeks, I could feel the benefits in me. You know, I am on my feet all day. Running around after Leo was bad enough, but I liked the product. And then the 16th of April, I found out I was pregnant, and I 110% believe that this product helped me get pregnant. I know it didn't do the full job, but I believe it definitely. I think I was giving my body what it needed, so I really believe that my body did excel. Jamie, I think my partner, he kind of realized then that there was something really good about this, so he started encouraging me a lot about the business. So I suppose then I kind of got sucked into my pregnancy. I wasn't working on my business the way I should have been working, and I knew I wasn't, but I was making excuses. I was justifying it to myself. So then I remember we had Quaid in the December, and I remember sitting in the hospital bed, and I remember looking at him, and I said, this is it now. I am going to work this business properly, because I have to. I have a proper family now. I own 2 people that I need to take care of now. So that's what I wanted to do. And I remember I got really, really into it again. And then I just kind of not stopped again, but I wasn't going on my calls. I wasn't being consistent. And I really believe you need to be consistent every single day. For this business to work, you do have to. And I think it's the little things that, well, I'll do an hour later, and later comes and you don't bother. And I think then that leads into tomorrow, and it's the same. But then we are having our 3rd baby next Thursday, actually, on the 26th. We're going to have our baby. And I suppose this pregnancy, I really, really just said, I'm giving it my all now. I have to. You know, don't get me wrong, I love my work in hairdressing. And people are saying to me, you won't go back to work. I will go back to work. I love my work. But I also love the freedom that Juice Plus has given me, financial wise. And I was actually always a person that money doesn't drive me. Not that it doesn't drive me. I know we all need it, but I'm not like, oh my God, I have to have thousands in the bank. I could get by with what I need. But seeing my paycheck last week, Mary sent me a message, and she was like, guess what your wages are? And I was like, oh my God, I don't know, just tell me. And she was like, no, guess. And see, when I seen what went into my bank, wow, I was absolutely amazed. We booked a holiday. We're going to go on holiday in August. It was just so nice. And I didn't think I was ever more money orientated, but it's nice to have it. Do you know that kind of a way? Definitely.
That's awesome. I absolutely love your story, even because I loved what I was doing as well, but I didn't love the compromises that I had to accept because of what I was doing. So I love to see your journey in progress. And it's very inspirational. And I love how you're not making excuses about that, about your pregnancies and about your family, but you're making that your motivation.
Yes, it is.
So that's really great. Let me ask you, I'm sure that you had to, grow as a person. So do some personal growth, personal development to become that person who would hit the score. So I wanted to ask you, first of all, who did you have to become? So what did you have to learn? And second, what you did to do this personal growth?
Okay, I actually would have thought I'd be quite a happy-go-lucky person anyway. And I remember when Marion that were saying about your gratitude and your affirmations, I thought that was a bit like airy-fairy. I don't need to do that. I actually would have thought I was quite spiritual anyway. But I actually started doing that every single day. Maybe just for 10 minutes every day. Do my gratitude, write it out. Like 3 things every day that I am actually grateful for. And that doesn't have to be like big, flashy things. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head and that I have food in my presses and that my family are healthy. But I express that I am happy and I am so grateful for that thing. But the personal development, I really, really think does work. I think as a person, you have to just change your mindset. If there's any negativity there, like I can't do it today, nobody's getting back to me. And I think you let negativity creep in and just make it go away. Just mindset, change it, just take the positive out of it. That's what I do anyway. That's just me. It's not the same for everybody, I doubt.
Can I ask you what you do to change your mindset? Because we know that a big part of success is being able to switch your mindset like as quick as you can, which was exactly what you were saying. Can I ask you what you do to do that?
So instead of saying, right, well, if I message 10 people and 2 people get back to me and I'm like, well, they didn't, I will just think to myself, well, they obviously are busy at the minute. They will. And like, I don't dwell on it. I'll just message 10 more people. Do you know that kind of a way? I don't sit and think, oh my God, they didn't get back to me. I'm not taking it personal, that kind of a way. But I do think just change your way of thought. Instead of thinking, oh no, this happened, just say, well, there must be another reason for it. Do you know that kind of way? They will get back to me when they can. That's what I think.
And taking more action. I love that.
Yeah.
If you're getting into the wrong mindset, you just take more action.
Yeah. Screw you and I'll message 10 more.
Awesome. Can I ask you what is your DMO? What you do every day? Like what are your actions?
Every day I'll get up and I always put up a post in the morning, whether it be a positive quote, something. I always put up the kids as well. I would always put up something about the kids, post about your lifestyle, I suppose, and just what I'm doing with myself and my family, my life. That's really it. Do you know that kind of way? I don't do a whole pile of lives, which I suppose I should, and I actually need to work on them more. But that's what I think. I don't post a lot of times a day. I would talk to a lot of people more so than post a lot. I find in my line of work, I would be speaking to a lot of people. That I also work from home as well, so I still get all the talking in. I'm very good at that. That's one of my strong points. But I wouldn't send out lots of Facebook posts. That's just not me.
Okay. I want to ask you something because, a lot of time I get asked, okay, but what can I share about my lifestyle? Because you don't, like now I'm doing Juice Plus full time. So I get, oh, but you have a different lifestyle. So it's, more inspirational or attractive or whatever, but I work full time. So I was there, of course, but I want to know from you, how do you paint your vision for other people, since you're still working your job, right? So
Yeah.
how do you paint your vision and your why, and why you're doing this business, and what this business can be for you, for other people?
My why is my family. My why is the kids. You know, as I said, I was never money orientated. I would have gladly lived week to week. But and when I was young, I suppose we didn't have a lot. But at the time, I didn't know it, and it was fine because I had what I needed. But now I think the world has so changed, and I want to be able to give the boys exactly what they want. You know, I want to be able to say, like, my eldest boy is starting secondary in September, and he doesn't care about starting secondary. He just cares about the French trip that's coming up, you know. And I love that I can do that for him. I love that we can send him. I want to be able to do them things for him. We got engaged at the end of February. So thank you. So we've a wedding to save for now. It's not going to be until 2020, but there's my vision. That's on my board. I want to have no loan for my wedding. Do you know, I want everything paid for before we do it. But my family and my boys, that is my vision. That is my why.
Love it. Do you have a lot of moms in your team?
Yeah, I have. All my teamies are mommies. Yeah, so
That's
which is good, you know. Yeah, we all relate to everything, you know. For one of us is having a bad day, we can take the other one out of it, you know, which is really, really good.
Awesome. If anyone else has questions, guys, you can unmute yourself. You can post in the chat whatever you want. I'm just seeing the chat today, right now. So you can post questions in the chat if you want to ask Katie anything. Let's really take advantage of for asking her for tips. Action-wise, because we spoke about motivation, about personal development. What did you change action-wise to get to SC?
I done the do. That's exactly what I done. You know, I would go on calls and I would take my notes, and then I would close the book and I wouldn't open it again until Thursday night's training, you know, and that's when I wasn't being consistent. And then I don't know, I think it was just this baby, and I think it was getting engaged, and then we had a death at the end of January. And I remember sitting there, and his eulogy, it was so him that was talking in that eulogy. And it was, don't be afraid to do something new. And don't be afraid to try. And so what? If you get the end of the world. And I just think from that, I have made myself do it. No one's going to work this business, only me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I don't do the work, I'm not going to get anywhere. So that this month I really, really want to reconfirm, and then next month I really, really want to go SSC. I really want to go to Barcelona in October. Do you know, I so want to be on that trip, and they are all on my vision board. But I just think something just did click inside me that just said, you know what I mean? Nothing is going to change if I don't change. Nothing. So I just make myself do it every day. It doesn't actually take that long. And, you know, you're kind of thinking, oh, well, you know, I'll do it later. I get up in the morning before the kids, do a little bit then. You know, if I'm working, I can do a little bit more on my lunch break. I can do a little bit more when the kids are in bed, which is grand. You know, it's done. But I really do think this pregnancy has made me, it's given me the kick up the backside that I needed. Definitely. Yeah.
Because it gave you like an extra why, an extra motivation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And I was about to ask you something else, but I don't remember. No, I want to ask you 3 tips that you would give to anyone who is, let's say, stuck to your VF. VF is STD, I'm sorry.
And, you know, I felt stuck for a long time. I felt stuck. But people might think I'm mean saying this. it's not that you're stuck. You're not kind of doing the work that you should be doing. And you know what? People used to say that to me, and I think I was in denial. I was like, no, I'm doing the work. You're not. You're not doing the work. I think if you get up every single day and be consistent and just send out your messages, do all that, get it done, people will come back to you. And even if it's not this month, it might be next month or even the month after, which I find is really, really good. Another tip would be don't, and I used to do this as well, don't compare yourself to people. I think when you look at some people and you think, oh my God, they're so much further on than me and they're so not in the business as long as I am. And I think that gives you some self-doubt. I think if you let the negative in, I just think don't do that. I don't do that anymore. And I'm glad and I feel better for it that I don't do it. And vision boards. I didn't agree with them. They definitely do work. Definitely. As one girl said, she carries one around in her handbag, and I love that. But I do think do something like that, because if you are looking at that every single day, and if someone else as well, vision that you're an MND, pretend you are. Just every day pretend you are, and you'll get there.
Fake it until you become it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what's on your vision board?
My wedding in Croatia in 2020. I want to be SSC for Barcelona in October. Definitely, that is on it. And I want to be able to go on holidays next year and not have to worry about a thing. I don't care that I have a wedding to pay for. I'm still going on holiday.
Awesome. And I see you in Barcelona as SSC then.
Yes, hopefully. All going well.
I'm sure about that. Has anyone have more questions for Katie? Things that you would like to ask? I think like her story is really inspiring, and you kept it so simple. I love how you said like this can sound tough, but it is exactly what it is. Like it's the truth.
It is the truth.
Anyone who want to unmute themselves?
How do you connect with people mostly in mums groups? Like, do you go mostly onto groups or pages or what?
No, actually, I don't do a lot of groups at all. Just through Facebook. And as I said, I'm a hairdresser. I meet a lot of people. A lot of people come into the salon that I work in, and I would know a lot of people, but I would kind of, I live in a small town, so everybody kind of knows everybody. And I do believe that word of mouth is the best kind of advertisement for me. And in what I do, I think a lot of people at the beginning were very skeptical. They just kind of didn't like it. But when somebody else took it and they spoke to somebody else, and then somebody else spoke to somebody else, they kind of all came back to me. Like recently, I had a girl that came to me a year ago, more even, about 14 months ago. And I don't think she believed me when I told her about the product. I think she thought it was quite a fad. And she came back to me about 6 weeks ago. And she's on a gold plan now, and Omegas. And I just think she had heard so many different people talk about the product and saying that they're on it and it's actually working. That's how I kind of would be more speaking to people rather than groups. Do you know, that kind of way? Though I know a lot of people that are in a lot of groups, and that really works.
So you like working more with people you meet in person?
Yes, yeah.
Facebook, okay.
Yeah.
I get my customers face to face more than social media. Yvette, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? The concepts are constant. So we still have to do the same actions. Like you can do it on social media, you can do it in person, but it's always the same thing at the end.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yvette does beauty therapy, so she's in the beauty industry as well. So
yeah.
Okay, so and I come from the makeup industry, so we kind of have the same background. So that definitely is also a good, conversation starter. I don't know, do you have many of your clients who will become also customers?
Yeah, I have a lot of clients. And again, at the beginning, they kind of were like, I don't know. But now they do all come back. And I believe it's word of mouth, really. Do you know that kind of way? And especially now as well, being pregnant, and when people come into the salon and they're like, oh my God, you're looking great. How are you? How are you keeping so well and on your feet all day? And it's just like, my magic beans, people, my magic beans.
Yeah, it's really sharing your excitement for what is your journey and your story.
Yes, exactly.
That's all. And I feel also people really want to see that you're consistent. And this is good for the product and for the business. Like they can
I agree.
see you when you start the business, but then they keep seeing you, and it's, oh my God, it's been a year, it's been 2 years, and she's still doing that.
Exactly. There has to be something.
Yeah, but they need to see that you're consistent with it. So some people come back after a while, and they always say that we really see the outcome of what we do in 3 months from when we take the action.
Exactly. 90 days, yeah.
90 days.
Definitely.
So that's a good thing to keep in mind, because we get frustrated so easily if we take action. We don't have results in like the first week or 2, but we really see the outcome in 90 days.
It does. It will follow. It will follow.
Awesome. Katie, I really want to thank you so much for being on our call.
Thank you for having me.
It was amazing hearing your story, hearing your tip, and I hope to meet you in Barcelona.
Yes, that would be amazing. Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being online. Hope you all have a great week.